Up this morning, it's time for this week's Pick of the Litter. It's sponsored by Best Mattress. Are you ready for double the pleasure, double the fun, double mint gum of two doggies here? Meet Josie and Sadie. They are a senior bonded pair, and they need a forever home together where they can both live out their twilight years.
Here with more on Josie and Sadie is our friend Kathy Jung, president of the Nevada SPCA, and Erin Megan, who is the social media director.
What up, ladies?
Good morning.
Tell us about these cutie patooties.
Oh my gosh, they are so beautiful and so much fun. Sadie, however, just wants to chill out on the bed. This is her.
Sadie is that's my puppy.
Yes, Josie has enough energy for both of them combined.
Well,
yeah.
I mean, right now, feasting on her own tongue.
Well, so she has no teeth any
longer.
No! So she will be on a soft food diet for the remainder of her life.
Okay.
But she doesn't hold her back at all.
Oh, well, how did these two come together? How did they get bonded?
They were surrendered to us because the family could no longer care for them. Whether it was the medical expenses or whether they're moving, that we're not quite sure. But they are a bonded pair, and we take pride when bonded pairs come in together. We keep them together because it's very traumatic for an animal to lose their home. We don't want them to lose their best friend also.
Absolutely. And I know that these two deserve a great home. What would be the perfect home for them, would you say?
Well, pretty much almost any home would be okay for them. Maybe older, mature kids that might not pull on Sadie's ears.
Yeah,
but
Colin.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he is.
Talking to you, Colin.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you know, any kind of environment would be good for them. She has so much energy that if she had a kid to run around with, it would probably be great.
As long as, this one can just nap in the corner. And
she just wants to watch. She'll just observe the whole thing from the bed.
They're bonded, but they can be apart by like 20 feet.
Yeah,
absolutely. Exactly.
Absolutely.
Their bracelets don't go off.
Worth noting, by the way, that this bed that she's laying on right now goes with them if they're adopted on the show here, thanks to Best Mattress.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And she'll probably stay here until she's done napping. So.
And they have been in foster care, and they now are ready to be adopted. So they're going to be at the shelter actually on Saturday after 10 a.m. So we like to have people, if they have other little dogs, bring them on down.
Fantastic.
So they'll, if you can't make it Saturday, please contact us so we can set up an appointment for you to meet them. So
have they ever been around kitty cats?
I'm not sure. I can't imagine this one's going to do much with the cat. This one might be a little bit curious though, because that's the terrier in her. So.
Totally understand. We're in that time of the year right now, summertime. People are still, they're used to going in the winter and the spring, taking their dogs out on walks. But we're at 100 and some odd degrees outside. Warnings for pet owners during the summer.
Yes, if it's too hot for you to run around with your bare feet, it's too hot for them. Definitely. So, I mean, do the little foot test. Put your foot on the concrete. If it's too hot for you, it is definitely too hot for them.
Don't just tap your foot on the concrete.
Right. Because,
give it a good 10 seconds.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Their feet or their paws are a lot more sensitive than ours because they sense a lot more than we do with their feet. So important. Also, when you let them go outside, if you have water bowls in the back, which is so important, make sure they're not metal bowls. So so the water doesn't heat up.
I would say you also have to leave your AC on when you leave for work. I know a lot of people, turn it off when they leave so they're not cooling a house that they're not home in. But your pets are still in there and they're wearing a fur coat.
That's right, absolutely. Right. And that's important to remember too. If you can walk around outside in your jacket and not, suffocate, then, then it's okay. But for them, they're running around in a little fur coat in 120-degree weather.
And just a brief reminder again, don't leave the dogs in the car alone, off. Like, just don't be that person.
Even cracking the window is not sufficient
enough.
Or putting the shade up, to protect your upholstery. It's not going to help your dog.
Just don't be that person. We've all seen it, and we all want to bash your window in.
Just
don't do it. Before we go, I know volunteerism is something that really helps Nevada SPCA go around. I know that there's always a need for volunteers, right?
Yes, we can always use volunteers. Right now, our volunteers usually come in at 5 in the morning and walk only till 10 because of the heat. Yeah. So right now, we really need is fosters. Fosters for kittens, fosters for puppies.
Gotcha.
We have an overwhelming amount, but real quick, Cutie, you want to tell them where Cutie went?
Cutie is living the life in Alaska. She looks like, the picture that was sent to us looks like a poster.
Yes,
a woman came down to meet her specifically, spent time, spent days with her, and then drove back and just loving life. And her name is Mishka now, which apparently is Russian for little bear. So we are just so ecstatic for her. The life, I want to live Cutie's life.
What do you mean? Like they saw her on the website or something?
Yep.
And flew down?
Yes. Is that not amazing?
Wow.
And drove back.
We will send you guys the
flew down
pictures
and drove
of her
back.
life now.
Well, I mean, but between that, your dog has a passport. I mean, yes. Listen, you find love wherever it is.
He has one and I don't.
It's very interesting. We're going to find these two a great home as well. That was so awesome about Cutie. Thank you so much for joining us as always.
Thank you.
Josie and Sadie, they need a great home together. These girls can be yours by swinging by Saturday at the NSPCA to meet them. They're on West Dewey Drive, which is just off Decatur, north of Russell.
And don't forget, if you adopt Josie and Sadie, you will get a complimentary two complimentary pet beds from Best Mattress. They are a proud sponsor of Morning Blend and have partnered up with the Nevada SPCA for the deal.
Lovely. Still to come.